The greats, the greats, the greats. Who are you when you hear about the greats? We always hear in modern culture about the people of previous times that did something different. They thought differently, they said something different, they made something different, they created different. Right? We always know and hear about these people. But who are we when we hear about those people? Meaning, when we hear about these things, these different ways of being, these different ways of going about something in our life, or in their life, I should say, what is it that we think inside? Do we immediately begin to find a way that it made more sense for them to be like that? Do we find a way to justify our inaction or our lacking of doing whatever it is that they did? Do we prevent ourselves from seeing ourselves as a similar individual to that person? Do we put them in a different box than us, saying that it's not us, that there's no way we could be like that? That person's just different, they've done something different, they're different. Do we do that? Or do we see ourselves as one and the same and therefore one just as capable? Do we see ourselves as an individual of our own creation, our own inner workings, and our own specificness and craziness and difference of life? Do we have our own appreciation of ourselves for who we are, what we stand for, what we believe in? What is it? Which one is it? Is it that they're different and we can never be like that? Or is it that we are one and the same and we could be similar but different in our own way? You see, this dilemma of identities, you could say, is something I believe plagues a lot of people. I know at one point in my life, it condemned my mind. I'd hear of the greats, I'd hear of different people, and you hear their great feats, you hear their different things they've done, and you push yourself away. You say, wow, I can't believe they did that. I can't believe someone like that could do that. And there's a sense of resistance to being one with that person. There's a sense of, nah, I could never do that. But truthfully, that is just a projection of our own subconscious wheelhouse. That is our own understanding of us, our own inner working, our own inner belief. And if we truly want to be great in this life, if we truly want to attain to some sort of level higher than where we're at and be an individual of actual substance and gratitude and respect and honor and creation, we must begin to wrap our mind around the fact that we are one and the same with these people. We are all humans. We are all blessed with the same machinery, which is our human body. What we choose to do with that machinery is up to us. What we choose to do with it is always up to us. And it starts with that belief. It starts with that belief in the action you take. You see, because if you think you're different than these people are different than you, you'll never be like them. How could you ever be like them? You won't ever take the time to do the things that they did. You won't ever take the time to try things in a way that they did. You won't even take the time to study them deep enough to see that they were probably not that different of people, or weren't that crazy of people, or weren't that extraordinary in certain ways. They just made certain different decisions than other people. They tried things differently. They understood that the only thing that they were facing at the end of the day was going to be themselves. They understood that there was something, a beauty in the darkness, of going into the darkness, of going into the unknown. They realized that maybe there was something calling them to that difference, to that greatness, to that different side of life, to that unknown. Maybe there was something else. And they let that curiosity drive them. When their mind had something that held them back, when they faced resistance, in whatever way, somehow they got around it. Somehow they saw the light at the end of the tunnel, which was also an unknown tunnel and also a very dark tunnel that you couldn't exactly see through at all, that no one has ever seen through before in history, right? But they said, you know what? Nah, I'm not about to let my own internal beliefs stop me from being great. I'm not going to let things that happened to me in my past stop me from doing things differently, creating something new, solving this problem in a new way. Because I have vision I can see that this is possible. I can see that there are other outcomes. So I'm going to move forward that. I'm going to move towards it. I'm going to continue on this path because this path is what I'm meant to be on. Which path are you on, brother? Which one? Wake up. Your life is your own. You got this.